It powers the Republic P-47D Thunderbolt. Ironically, when Republic Aviation first came up with their new fighter design, it was quite a lightweight machine, but that was canned in favour of a much larger, much heavier design from the same man, a Georgian emigre by the name of Alexander Kartveli. The design was really still being perfected when it entered large-scale service with the US Army Air Forces in May 1942. Pretty soon, though, they were beginning to equip fighter groups of the 8th Air Force stationed in the UK. And it was one of those, the 4th Fighter Group at Debden in Essex, that on the 10th of March 1943 took the Thunderbolt to war for the first time. The P-47 wasn't particularly long range, nor especially good at low level, but it was developed further. It became a great bomber escort fighter, able to accompany American and British bombers deep into Germany. It also served from mid-1943 in the Mediterranean and the Pacific. And it was the P-47D model like this that really realised the aircraft's true potential. It was longer ranged, it had more refined systems, more protection for the pilot, and so forth. Even after the Merlin-engined North American P-51 Mustang, which we'll be seeing two of to close the show today, came into service with the 8th Air Force, the P-47 continued playing a big role in the European and other theatres because it was a very effective fighter-bomber as well as an air-to-air fighter. It was in that air-to-ground role that the Thunderbolt played the biggest role of any American fighter in softening up the Luftwaffe prior to D-Day. And in all, Thunderbolts scored 3,752 aerial victories. Always, the aircraft's hugely sturdy airframe was a real boon. More than 15,600 Thunderbolts were built, making it also the most numerous American fighter of World War II, and 830 of those served with the Royal Air Force in Southeast Asia, once again with great distinction. In spite of the fact that this was an aircraft that conducted so many tremendous exploits flying with the US 8th and indeed 9th Air Forces out of British bases. There's only one of them now flying in Europe, and you're looking at it here. It belongs to Fighter Aviation Engineering. It's maintained by Air Leasing at Sywell, though it's most often based at Duxford in Cambridgeshire, which is itself a former P-47 base. And it's finished in the colours of an aircraft named Nellie B, which served with the 9th Air Force, which was stationed further west in the UK than the 8th and primarily conducted ground support activities. Specifically, an aircraft operated by the 48th Fighter Group from Ibbsley in the New Forest around the D-Day period in 1944. It really is a gentle giant of an aircraft, the P-47, absolutely loved by all who fly it. Lovely to welcome it back to Abingdon this year, the aircraft completing its display. We actually have an air ambulance helicopter about to transit through our airspace, which has required the P-47 to break off, I think, just one pass before the intended end of its display.